Grand Rising family, what's going on, gods and goddesses? Man, real talk, real quick. I got a couple of videos. Now these videos kind of old, and I had them in my library, right? But I low key forgot about them until I was just going through them right now. Like, damn, I said I was gonna do a video on this, so better late than never. But real talk, I just want to jump straight to it, right? Truth or lies, man. Red pill, blue pill, man. Which one you gonna choose? Now I got a couple. Like I said, I got these little couple of videos of these white brothers and sisters, man. And I do mean brothers and sisters, man, because I resonate with them spiritually. That's why it's called EIE, spiritual connection. I resonate with these people. I'm not racist, but I am pro segregation. You know what I'm saying? And by pro segregation, I mean it's trying to separate those that want to live in truth and those that want to live in lies. I mean, it's just that simple. Family or not, it don't matter who you is. You know what I'm saying? It's time for that separation, because when it's judgment day, right? That's what it's gonna boil down to: who walking in truth and who walking in lies. So I'm tired of talking, man. I ain't gonna say too much. I'm about to shut up right now. I just want to play these couple of clips of these white folks, man, of these white brothers and sisters, man, giving us a little bit of info of their ancestors. And this is what we up against. So what I mean by truth or lies, after y'all hear what they say, you know what I'm saying, is we gonna keep living and keep acting like this ain't what we up against, or we gonna just keep acting like it's all good and everything that happened to our ancestors, that was years ago and that was the past and we gotta move on. No, we don't. Our ancestors is real live in our DNA. It's real live in our DNA, man. That's real. So, truth or lies, man, you choose, man. We gon' after y'all hear what these brothers and sisters gotta say, if we gonna just keep acting like it's all good, or is we gonna start trying to do something? Don't wait on somebody else to do something. You do something. Because if you waiting on somebody else to do something and somebody else waiting on somebody else to do something, I think Rod Hayes said it best. It's like being in a stadium full of everybody saying, no, you do something, no, you do something, no, you do something, no, you do something. If everybody's saying, no, you do something, then who's getting shit done? But if you step up, if I step up, if she step up and he step up, and we all come together, now we unmovable force. So I'm up out of here, man. Peace and love. Hope y'all enjoy the video, man. Truth or lies, man. Wake up, man.
White culture, if you could even call it culture, is based in... It was a narrative created by colonizers, like my Portuguese ancestors, in order to justify what they were doing to other people on the continent of Africa and even here in North America. And the narrative was that we white people were better than all other races. And they did so through Christianity. They took the Bible and different scripture verses, twisted it around in order to fit the narrative of colonialism and white supremacy, and also the patriarchy. And the patriarchy is white man in power. White supremacy is white man in power. Colonialism is white man in power. And Christianity, for the most part nowadays, is white man in power. There are historical references and proof where the Catholic Church actually said to enslave an African was to save their soul. The kidnapped and enslaved Africans that were here in North America were preached different scripture verses than were actually in the Bible. And that's why they weren't allowed to read. Because if they could read, then they could see that these scripture verses were incorrect and they couldn't be controlled anymore by this white God. And white people, we didn't identify as white until colonialism. We identified as Portuguese, or Latvian, or German, or Italian, or French. But then colonialism came around, and then all of a sudden we became white, and we were superior, because we were the chosen race by God, and the scripture verses proved it, and we had to go into other people's lands and preach the gospel, when really it was all a ruse. It was all an excuse to go in and and pillage the land and the people and the cultures. So when I say that white culture is based in race, it's based in race. Christianity was the Trojan horse of white supremacy and colonialism. And Western Christianity, as we know today, is still based within superiority.
Bear with me here. White supremacy has taught us to steal your souls. Now, I don't mean soul in the ethereal, otherworldly sense, but in the sense of an innate connection to our own human spirit. That is a connection between the mind and body that white culture alienated white people from in order to give us the power to dehumanize people of colour in the way that we have. Because we lack that incredibly meaningful connection with ourselves, we steal and appropriate that from other cultures around the world. We love these expressions of soul and spirit, but hate that we can't do it and resent you for that. We love to have it, but hate when you have it.
I'm trying to express this another way, but it's hard. It is necessary for human beings to express their emotions and to feel their feelings. Those feelings flow through us as a form of communication from within our bodies. It's a balancing process. It's about life regulation and good health. But huge portions of particularly white cultures have tried to sever our connection from those feelings and suppress them with kind of intellectualization and like mind over matter. And that's been really unhealthy for us on a psychological level because those feelings are fundamental to our well-being. So these ideas of feeling suppression are dehumanizing, but are also foundational to white supremacy and capitalism. So this disconnection with our feelings can, for some people, go so deep that when they see people of other cultures expressing their feelings happily and easily, they get really angry about that and hate on them just for that expression of self.
I believe that all religious, spiritual or divine experiences human beings have ever had are the result of our innate connection to the universe. These experiences are naturally occurring and flow through our bodies and up into our minds, but in white cultures, for whatever reason, we have severed this connection, leaving the mind alienated and on its own. This was utilised as a form of population control and during colonial times was used to weaponise white people against black, indigenous and people of colour. This disconnect is a form of self-inflicted generational trauma that we continue to perpetuate in the way that we raise our children. Broadly, white people have yet to regain this connection. So when they see these free, open and loving expressions of self in people of other cultures, they do not understand how that is even possible. This is reinforced by internalised racial ideas from our white supremacist environment, which leads to nothing but hate.
Well, white culture, white societies are anti-human. To do all the shit we did, we had to disregard our innate value system and assign a new one to all humans and human relationships based in proximity to and perpetuation of whiteness. This means we don't view children as just personal property, but as a marketable product. An investment that is supposed to pay off in bringing social esteem or security later in life. An empty extension of the self to fill with standardised skill whose achievements you then take credit for throughout their life. But they never intend to be accountable for their own and therefore their representatives' failures. The only value they can extract is through his public dismissal.